How am I? Well, I was having stress heart palpitations earlier and last night. Just going through a lot, you know?
Me and Amber need to get on a live and compare receipts and stories and see how that goes.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Get the fuck on my live, Tammy. Get the fuck on my live. We can do this. Square up. I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. But am I gonna sit here and call her cunt, call her bitch, say square up? Am I gonna be raging? No, I'm not. My aunt literally just tried calling me.
Hello?
Hello?
This message lasts 2 minutes.
This is for Rachel, you big fat white nasty smelling fat bitch. Big fat bitch, oompa loompa body ass bitch. I'm coming up there and I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, bitch. Watch, I'm coming up there to fuck you up, bitch. Seeing her smelling white dog smelling ass bitch. Smelling like cheese, bitch. Stinky fat white ass. That's why don't nobody fuck with you, cause you trifling.
I'm not afraid of you, Amber, unlike all your other victims. I thought I had seen and heard everything that you've done over these years, but I was so blind by your manipulation. And when I seen half of the videos that I've seen with documented proof of how you treat people, not only in our family, but people in general, you are one vile, disgusting human being, and I want nothing to do with you ever again. And if you want to get down to the nitty-gritty of the disagreement, we can do that, but it's pretty freaking messy. Not sure if you're ready for that one. Any other questions?
I mean, that's how I'm feeling because...
You truly are a piece of work. I tell you what, your manipulation is just like it used to work. It used to work. It used to catch me. It used to slow me down and give you the benefit of the doubt. But I just see it too clearly now, and I don't even know if I want to entertain you anymore because you can't own anything. You have manipulated me, Amber, for a long time because of the love I had for my sister and for you. Without me, you would not be in your mom's life today. Without me, my sister would not be in my mom's life today. I have always been forced to be the in-between person. And you can take that to the bank and cash it. Have a good night, Amber, and a good life. I wish you nothing but the best. You can talk all your shit that you want online. I give no fucks. Will I still watch it? Probably. Because you're a mind fuck at this point. I lost, you won. I hope you have a great life.
So don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Please don't fuck with me. Like, I'm so tired of the lies.
Yo, chow, this P. I'm uptown right now. I'm on my way to the West Bank to put a twist on this thing, you heard? Oh, oh yeah. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, oh yeah. I want an independent woman if she working with something. I want a slim fine woman with some twerk with her. See, got a lot of people I can work with her. Want a big fine woman with some pop, 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 with some twerk, twerk, with some pop, 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 with some twerk, pop, pop, twerk, pop, pop, twerk, pop, pop. Bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down. Turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, turn around and stick your booty out, turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, turn around and stick your booty out, stick your booty out, bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 bounce your booty up and down, 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 touch your toe, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, up and down, touch your toe, up and down, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, bounce your booty, up and down, touch your toe, bounce your booty, touch your toe, bounce your booty, up and down, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, your booty out, around, your booty out, your booty out, your booty
We are here. We are here. Let me start off with thank you to anyone watching in real time, to anyone watching during playbacks. I appreciate you. To all my channel members and patrons, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And to my mods who are always here holding me down, I appreciate you. I should have finished this before I got on stream. And before anybody throws tomatoes, I said a couple of times, as long as nothing pops off with the other girls, the next stream will be FFG. And then Miss Tammie said, hold on now, Charlie. I got a few more words. I said, oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I am listening. I am seated. I am taking notes. I am present. So I hope everyone has their fupa strapped the fuck in. If you have been watching me for even the past year, from time to time, I tell you, there are a few things that would make me log off and come back as a Bible study channel. There would be no Charlie Golds. I would be Sister Leslie. You would try to bring up old things, and I would immediately open up to the book of Proverbs. What happened with Amberlynn last night is one of those examples. Very much one of those examples. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Y'all would come back, ask me about Tammie who? Who's Tammie? Who's Tammie? What part of the Bible is Tammie? If they are not part of the Bible, I don't know who you're referring to. Because, bitch, we gonna get right into it. I want to make it clear. I edit out pretty much most of the first 30 minutes because majority of that live stream is Amberlynn getting read the fuck down. I have never experienced that type of joy. To see Amberlynn confronted in real time, it just goes to show you all that fucking mouth, square up. Baby, Aunt Tammie squared up. You're still on the ground, on your back like a turtle, the same way Jade had you. You're still down there, and you live alone, so no one's there to help you pick you up. Yes, still on the floor. God. I'm going to get to the support. I will get to the support. I appreciate everyone. I just need y'all to know it's a lengthy stream. When I tell you Aunt Tammie read this bitch down for an hour straight, it made my editing easy. The only reason this stream is starting so late is because of work. Oh, baby. Tammie ate the fuck down. And in no way am I saying Aunt Tammie is perfect. Should any of this play out online? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This shit is messy. This shit belongs with professionals. But you know what? If you want to do it online, by all means. If I have issues, which, I mean, I do. If I have issues with family, because no family's perfect, I'll be damned if I'm sitting here right now and I answer a FaceTime call and have that conversation in front of y'all. There's not a chance in hell. And I love mess. But you know what I do? I make sure I leave my mess off the internet. Do you guys know the last time I got in an argument with one of my siblings? No. Why? Because I leave that shit off the internet. That is not for public consumption. This is not TLC. This is not Bravo. This is not VH1. And every single one of those networks I just mentioned could never give us what we got last night. So we are going to get right into it, right into the mess. And watch Amberlynn's smug ass smile get wiped clear off that fat ass face. Oh, Miss Tammie did leave a comment on one of my recent streams, and I did pin it. There might be a chance she sees this. Miss Tammie, if you see this damn sure don't belong on the internet. This damn sure won't make anything better. But I damn sure am grateful you chose to do this. Everybody throw some flowers in the chat for Miss Tammie, just in case she sees this in the future. Again, I'm not saying she watches me. She left one comment, so I don't know. So please throw some flowers in the chat for Miss Tammie. Miss Tammy, if you see this and you see a sea of flowers, baby, that's for you. That's for you. I've been following your nasty ass niece for damn near 6 years. Ain't nobody deliver this. And it could only come from the family. Let's get right into this bitch, cause mm. Yes, let's get started.
Okay. Anna says Tammy coming on soon. So the situation be a little like this. First, I want to say, I want to start off the boring part because for me, it's not boring, but for you guys, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm so bored. Why are you reading this? Okay. And what my aunt was doing was not only triggering.
Oh, wait, everybody hold the phone. Are y'all trying to say Tammy's in the chat? Give me a second, y'all. Or are you tagging her just in case she sees it in playback? Is that what it is? I think I read into that a little too much. I think you guys are just saying that just in case she sees it. No, she's not. She's not. I think people were just tagging just in case she watches in playback. Let me get to it. My bad.
And wrong and hurtful, like it shattered me and I could not regulate those emotions. And a lot of people messaged me and said, girl, I don't even have BPD, I don't even have these things, and I would have been more pissed than you. I would have aired out say like, because literally in my live stream I'd be like, well, I know things but I'm not going to sit here and like say them. She also didn't invite one of her daughters because she's also going to do all the family drama. That's not my like thing, but
Yeah, that's Amberlynn acting like she was holding back in the last stream when she's saying, "Oh, I could have said this." No, you said a lot. You said a lot. That dragging by Aunt Tammy was well deserved and overdue, honey.
I have 3 grown children. I have grandkids. None of them have nothing to do with them. 3 grown children. I have grandkids. None of them have nothing to do with them.
that's literally not true. And if you want to talk about your children, one of them hates you. Literally, can you disown a parent? Literally hates you. Like capital HATE. Hate. Despises. Wouldn't cry if you died. That is literally what she told me.
And Amberlynn was so quick to announce that to the fucking internet. Ain't that some shit? Nasty, nasty bitch.
So why is that? That's scary. People would message me and be like, I would have like popped off. So it's like, I'm trying my hardest over here. And it was just triggering for more reasons than one. Like she would bring up so many things that happened in my childhood, which was triggering.
Remember you getting
Okay. Before we get into this, I want to make something very clear. This is wrong. This is wrong because if you actually listen to what Aunt Tammy's saying, I don't think it should have been brought up, but I ain't gonna pretend I didn't laugh. And I'm not laughing at Amberlynn as a child. I'm laughing at the adult Amberlynn sitting there smug as fuck and getting that smile wiped right off her fucking face. Let's get into the spaghetti story.
a pot of spaghetti out of the refrigerator and using the really huge utensil, taking big scoops out of the pot onto your plate, where your fucking dad said, I think that's enough, Amber. That's my first memory of you. And you still continue to pile on your plate. Yeah.
And I just want to say, Amberlynn is listening to this while there's a big bag of McDonald's, family-sized bag of McDonald's right in front of her. And the only reason we knew is because she slightly shifted the laptop, and we saw the reflection in the mirror behind her. So yeah, she's still not putting down all the carbs, still picking up mad carbs, as you can see, I mean, by her frame, but
That story goes around our family year after year after year. So anyway, that's the first time I met your ass.
Then she would bring up things that happened between me and her, which was also triggering.
So you want to know why I'm mad? Because I fought for you for freaking years, and then when you finally get here, I'm left. I'm left in the cold. You and sister are going to museums and here and there, and I'm told I can't see you without my sister. So yeah, that pissed me off, and so I did quit trying. I mean, how much more reality did I need in my face? You're here now, and you still have nothing to do with me.
That clip alone said so much. That clip alone said so much about what Miss Tammie's been trying to convey to Amber. And throughout this stream, you'll notice Amber defaults back to, but what did I do in the last 2 years? But what did I do in the last 2 years? Are you listening to anything this woman is saying? No. But we'll get into that because, again, there's a lot to get into.
And she acts like in the whole span of the time that I've known her since 17, that she was always the person that like indicated like a break in our chat. Like literally no. I saw the pattern with my aunt and the way that she was and how just like she made me feel insane a lot of the time. She made me question my reality a lot of the time. She made me feel like I was walking on eggshells, and that is the roughest. And so I also didn't enjoy that pattern. So I would also be like, I need a space from her. So I would stop talking to her. I wouldn't call her. I wouldn't nothing because like she's just a hard woman to get along with. And it was just very triggering. And it was just like a lot of the things that she was doing was hurtful. And it just was like genuinely a lot for me. So I demonstrated that. That doesn't mean that was the real Amberlynn or I was showing my true colors. That was me reacting as a human who was absolutely triggered, a human who could not regulate their emotions, a human that was being betrayed by her aunt. That is what you guys experienced and what you guys saw me go through. And another thing that is like has been frustrating with this whole thing has been like when people sit here and I'm like responding to my aunt. And in return, I know it's a lot of trolls. It's people who like just disregard anything I feel or say.
I want y'all to really pay attention to what Amberlynn Reid is about to say right here. And she had to catch herself, but it's just like, this is why, number one, she shouldn't have done this. And number two, this is why people like Amberlynn shouldn't live stream. Well, I enjoy it. It's entertaining for me. Don't get me wrong. But in real time, when she doesn't have time to edit and curate a specific type of response, she just starts speaking like this. And it's just like, girl, are you stupid? Go ahead, Amber. Please carry on.
I get go to therapy, go to therapy, go to therapy. When literally all I'm doing is just responding to things that my aunt has brought up. And I'm demonstrating that I'm heartbroken about it. I'm demonstrating that I'm angry, you know? And a lot of people like go to therapy, go to therapy, go to therapy while like literally sucking the tit on my aunt. Ew. Like literally kissing her ass. Like, ew. When it should be genuinely.
What she doesn't like is that she can't be framed as the victim, or she's not framed as the victim the way she would like to be. When Beck got support, it's an issue. Now Miss Tammie gets support, it's an issue. It's almost as if Amberlynn is a piece of shit. And when people come out to talk about their experience with her, there's enough people willing to listen. It doesn't mean these people don't get criticized, but there's a lot of people willing to listen to them over the lies that she's been telling over the last decade. I know, crazy. But go ahead, Amber. What should viewers be telling your aunt?
A lot of people telling her to go to therapy because who in their right mind, I didn't even realize she was in her 50s. Like, this makes it even worse.
Which is crazy to say. That's her aunt. And it sounds like the only aunt she's actually in contact with.
Who in their right mind, in their right maturity, and like a level headed sense of the way, what kind of aunt, what kind of family member, what kind of sound mind, what kind of good person would be upset with their niece or upset with their sister and go to a reaction channel to do all of that?
An aunt that's really fed up and looking for a platform. Just like what type of brother would do that to a reactor? A brother that's probably fed up and looking for a platform. Is it the right thing to do? Is it going to solve anything? Maybe not. But it gives a different perspective, and it gives the voiceless a voice, a very loud one. That's why. Tammie wants a platform to speak on their experience with Amberlynn, just like FFG's brother wants a platform to speak on his experience with FFG. Imagine how shitty of a person you have to be. That's the real question. That your own flesh and blood is willing to have a conversation with the same people who have spent time criticizing you, making money off of you. Imagine how shitty you have to be if they're willing to go to that length. That's the real question.
Knowing the type of retaliation that would head my way, no matter what she said, no matter if what she was saying was true or false. That woman needs to go to therapy, not me. I mean, I need to go to therapy for my own reasons. But in this situation alone, what has happened was she should be the one getting all those comments like, go to therapy, go to therapy, go to therapy.
No, the truth is this whole family needs therapy. The family, based on the little information we know, mind you, they all need to seek professional help. But from my understanding, I remember when I was listening to Miss Tammie speak to Jordy, there was professional help that she has sought, especially due to everything she's gone through with Amberlynn's mom. And when it comes to Amberlynn and Tammie, even though Tammie's very passionate and reads Amberlynn the fuck down through the stream, she made a lot of sense. The passion, the hurt, the anger makes a lot of sense, especially based on everything she shared. The weird thing is, and maybe weird's not the right word, but what I enjoyed seeing with Tammie is even though she expressed a lot, even though this is not the right platform to do it, I didn't hear a victim. I heard someone who has survived a lot express themselves and help a lot of strangers on the internet understand them, understand the hurt, understand the pain, understand why they are where they are now. I actually respected it, even though I still believe this wasn't the right platform. Not at all. But I'm going to watch.
Not me when I'm literally simply just responding to what my aunt is doing. She started the war and I'm just fighting back. I'm trying to protect myself, protect my innocence in this all, share my side, etc. But genuinely, it has become exhausting for me.
Miss Tammie didn't start this though. Technically, there's been a long road to get here. And it started back when Amberlynn sat her fat ass on this platform and lied on her aunt. That's the truth. It started then. And the behavior has continued. It just has switched up from different loved ones, past partners, or even friendships. This is a long time coming. That's why there are thousands of people online celebrating that stream from last night, even though it's just like, oof, this shouldn't have happened this way. For the most part, it's being celebrated.
I was genuinely improving. And then here comes my aunt after the whole Tommy thing. Here comes my aunt, and I'm destroyed. Like my mental health went down the shitter all over again because of this woman, this woman who's supposed to be my aunt.
Her mental health went down the shitter because of Miss Tammie? The mental health that was already in the shitter, based on these clips right here from literally a couple of weeks ago? Okay, let's revisit. Let's take a look at Amberlynn's mental health prior to Miss Tammy saying a fuck thing on this platform. Look, let's take a look.
This is a bad idea.
Mm.
Like,
Seems stable. Right? I see a perfectly stable creator right there. Yep. Okay, go ahead.
and I have felt myself backtracking. I've started to have anxiety again. I've had some anxiety attacks. I have hyperventilated again. I have been crying more. I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack right here. I have been not able to regulate my emotions more.
Mm.
Like, genuinely, my aunt has made me backtrack in my mental health.
Her aunt did that. Okay, this is from the 2nd of this month. Let's take a listen. Maybe this is about Aunt Tammy and not Tommy? Go ahead.
You guys don't even understand. She made me more crazy than I've ever felt in my actual entire life. Like, you have no idea. You have no fucking idea. Like, and I'm like, how can I fix that?
That was before Miss Tammy even said anything publicly. So I guess this is a perfectly stable, mentally sound creator who, for some reason, got worse after Miss Tammy said something. Okay, got it.
Like, what do I need to do? And my immediate reaction was my fight or flight. Like, in the beginning was fight. You guys saw it yourself. And I'm gonna be honest right the fuck now.
Uh-huh.
When she betrayed me, I popped off. I
No,
became psycho lunatic.
that's not about Aunt Tammy. That's not about Aunt Tammy. It's almost as if this is a pattern and the problem is Amber? Oof. Okay.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I was perfect. I became insane. I literally felt it in my body. I'm like, okay, so it's fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, right? I immediately felt my body start to fawn. And I was telling myself, oh my God, I'm just like, no matter what she says, if it's a lie, if it's a load of shit, I'm just going to nod my head. I'm just going to agree. I don't know if I could do these reactions anymore. I'm just gonna let it be what it can be because it's so triggering. It's so hard to sit there and like fight for myself, especially in front of a bunch of people who hate me. Like, it is a lot. So I'm in a spot where I'm like, that's kind of fucking insane
Mm-hmm.
for my aunt to want to finally talk to me about this, but only publicly. Nah, none of this should have been public. I
Correct.
said square up in my last live stream because I was irate. My blood was boiling.
Maybe me and Amber need to get on a live and compare receipts and stories and see how that goes.
Let's do it. Get the fuck on my live, Tammie. Get the fuck on my live. We can do this square up. I'm ready for it. I am ready for it. But am I?
Oof. She should have never said that. Amberlynn should have never said that. Amberlynn should have squared up with the food scale. She should have squared up with calorie counting. She should have squared up with the therapist. Not the aunt with a slick ass mouth who ain't scared of you. Oof.
I'm gonna sit here and call her cunt, call her bitch, say square up. Am I gonna be raging? No, I'm not. Because I need to choose my sanity first. And that is not only within my aunt, but that is other people in my life. I am the type of person that if I'm in an argument with somebody, like especially someone I'm in a relationship with, I'm like, I need to figure this out now. And then I start freaking out if they don't want to do it. It's like abandonment issue, um, anxiety issues, like anxious
Mm-hmm.
attachment issues. But it's like with those Zoloft and it actually working, I don't have that like extreme feeling anymore. My aunt literally just tried calling me. Hello? Holy fuck. I messaged her and I said, stop calling me. Like it's ruining my live stream. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear her. I don't even know if I will be able to hear her.
Hello?
Hello?
Let's get into it, bitches. Every time I hear that sound and I hear Miss Tammie's voice, I just feel joy again. Lock in.
Okay. So you're clearly watching my live stream and I said I don't feel like doing this anymore, so why are you calling?
Because you can't run my name and multiple family members in the dirt for decades and think you're just going to walk away that easy. I'm finally done. I'm finally ready. I got the receipts. I got the proof. I'm not afraid of you, Amber, unlike all your other victims. I thought I had seen and heard everything that you've done over these years, but I was so blind by your manipulation. And when I seen half of the videos that I've seen with documented proof of how you treat people, not only in our family, but people in general, you are one vile, disgusting human being, and I want nothing to do with you ever again, including your mother.
Baby, Aunt Tammie walked through that door windmilling. You hear me? She didn't just come in hot. She came in windmilling. Aunt Tammie had Vaseline on her face, her hair in a tight bun, with Tim's on and some fucking sweats. Do you hear me? Amberlynn was seated, unprepared, fat, out of breath, and just looking stupid. And she kept looking down at that stream, at the chat. You want to know why Amberlynn was looking down at the chat? Because there were people within her chat dragging Aunt Tammie. They couldn't save her. She was smiling, smirking, looking at people in the chat. Drag her aunt. Well, her aunt kept talking. And then eventually her aunt wiped that fucking smirk straight off that fat ass face. And the tears started. And I want to be clear, we're watching this through. Miss Tammie left no room for editing. She said, Charlie, I got you on this one. I'm going to keep dragging this bitch where there's no reason for you to cut anything out. Thank you. Go ahead.
Your mother, your whole family, your whole Reid family is nothing but vile, disgusting degenerates that rape, manipulate, and abuse. Physically, mentally, spiritually, you name it, you guys do it. And you do it proud. But I see it so clear now that I don't want nothing to do with you. But do you think you're going to continue to lie about me and the family members that I do care about and get away with it? No, you're not. I will continue to tell the truth. The difference between me and you is I have the truth to tell, and I have the receipts to back it up. So you want to know why I'm listening to your live right now? The reason is to see what bullshit you're going to say next. And sure enough, it didn't take long. You try to say that you cut off talking to me. I've been looking over texts for the last days, and I have so much proof, time and time again, where you're begging me to talk to you again, where I blocked you. I quit watching your videos. You kept begging me, please watch, please watch. I don't want to lose you, Auntie. All the lies you told me that I caught you on, called you on, you'd apologize, and then do it again and again and again and again.
I want to make sure I give my opinion on this right here. Coming from a person who does have a PhD in reading bitches down, the breath control that it takes for you to do what Miss Tammie just did is not something everyone possesses. Amberlynn was out of her fucking league. She is looking blank. She is looking confused. She is looking lost because Amberlynn is either watching a creator or started watching Zeus, the Zeus network, and she heard square up and she didn't fully understand what that meant. This, what Aunt Tammie is delivering here, it's not squaring up. This is what it means when someone pulls up and then starts swinging. Okay? So, for anyone out there who wants to use lingo that's really not meant for you, when you tell someone to square up, please make sure you are prepared. Being prepared is very important. And that is something Amberlynn is learning in real time. Okay? Continue swinging, Miss Tammie.
So that's just the tip of the iceberg. What do you want to respond to that?
What did I do in the last 2 years to you?
In the last 2 years. Okay, let me see if I can explain this. It's not an easy black or white answer or an answer that you can get in 2 seconds because, like I keep saying, I've been doing this your whole entire life. So you have a person.
Fundamental. I want everyone to look at the screen. CL said, reading is what? Fundamental. Continue, Miss Tammie.
That has fought to be in your life, your whole entire life, in one way or the other, no matter if you've seen it or not. And you didn't meet me at 17. You met me when you were 14, when I went to California for the first time after 16 years. And then from then I tried getting you through the foster care because you painted the story. It was so bad. And then you even put me down for it that time. Your mom came in the picture, destroyed that. So then you went on to my mom's house. We all know what happened with that. You got kicked out for what? Being disrespectful. Surprise, right? So then you go on to Casey, and then Crystal, and then Destiny, and then Becky. The whole time, I'm in the background, loving you, supporting you, encouraging you, sharing every bit of my diet with you, exercise, financial, telling you things. And yes, I have all the proof. I'm not trying to be your mother. I'm trying to be your person. There's other text I have where I say, I'm saying this because that's what a mother would do.
To anyone who enjoys music, especially rap music, what you are witnessing right now is actually a rap battle between Megan Thee Stallion and Ice Spice. Aunt Tammie is actually Megan Thee Stallion, and Amberlynn is Ice Spice. So, what we are seeing is probably the best that Amberlynn's going to do. She was unprepared. And this is just so beautiful. Go ahead. Carry on, Tammie the Stallion. Carry on.
We continue going down this long, as you know, all this time, right? And
Hold on. Bamboozled said Rice Spice. We're going to go with that one. We got Tammie the Stallion and Rice Spice. Carry on.
then we get up to the current last 2 years. Who is the happiest person in this world for Amber to move to Oklahoma City? It was me, your aunt. Your mom didn't want you to come. She was very nervous about you coming because of the destruction and stress level that you bring with your just presence. That's the truth. I, against my whole entire family, would say things like, I know you guys are worried, but I'm so excited. We have text showing that excitement for when you're going to get here. We're going to hang out. We can't wait. I wanted to diet with you. I wanted to exercise with you. I was so excited because, as you love to point out, I was very successful on keto. Pandemic.
And now the tears have started. This is another thing. If you know majority of your following is a hate following, this is another reason you should not do this. As disrespectful as it would have come off, bitch, it's time to hang up on your aunt. You should have hung up a long time ago. Within a minute into her clearing your ass, hang up the fucking FaceTime. Yes, viewers are gonna call you a pussy. Yes, creators are gonna call you a pussy. I would have called you a pussy in 3 different languages, but it's time to fucking hang up.
Happened, other things happened. I started putting back on my weight over stress, and I've been trying to get back on track, which I am again currently. So I thought this is going to be great for the both of us. You get here, I see you one time. I try to see you, and I'm told I can only see you with your mother.
You know what makes this even funnier? Is her crying in front of everyone, knowing right over there on the counter is a big bag of McDonald's that she probably wants to just shove her face into. Y'all got to remember that there is a big bag, family-sized bag of McDonald's right across from Amber in eyesight. And she's probably crying looking at it, crying looking at the chat, crying looking at the bag of McDonald's. And she just sitting there getting eat the fuck up and can't eat that the fuck up.
I question you about it. You say, oh, I was just nervous. I haven't seen my family in 14 years and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Then you didn't reach out to me after that ever. Not once to come over, pick you up, go do anything, say anything. There was nothing. So I wait. November, you reach out to me because you want something, a vape. December, you reach out to me. You want something, a vape. You checked in when I had COVID.
Could you imagine reaching out to a family member you don't talk to often and what you're reaching out about is a fucking vape? Keep in mind, she started this stream because remember, I cut out majority of the beginning. Smug. She was on Delta. She was feeling herself, honey. Look at where we are now. Look at where we are now. And to all the support coming in, I see you all. Thank you so much. After our first break, because yes, there will be more than one. After our first break, I will start reading off some of the support. I'm going to thank you. It's just I know this is going to be lengthy and I got to have some balance, but I appreciate y'all. Trust me, it all goes back to this. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Tammie the Stallion. I keep interrupting you. I apologize.
I said Merry Christmas. I had COVID. I answered you the very next day. Happy late Christmas. Then nothing in January. And then you send me a picture in February. So you want to know why I'm mad? Because I fought for you for freaking years. And then when you finally get here, I'm left. I'm left in the cold. You and sister are going to museums and here and there. And I'm told I can't see you without my sister.
Really take that in, what Miss Tammie just said. She spent years fighting for not only Amberlynn's mother, but Amberlynn herself, Amberlynn's brother. They're finally back in the same area. Miss Tammie's excited, maybe get together with her niece. There might be somewhat of a better dynamic. She wants to be a part of her niece's life. She wants to possibly maybe help her niece finally lose some fucking weight and keep it off. This person who has been her cheerleader all these years, who has been at least someone reliable all these years, and she's pushed to the wayside. Not even a thought. But the person that Miss Tammie helped get sober, helped get to a place that they can be in Amber's life, is the person that gets to enjoy some just nice moments, some nice memories with Amber. Miss Tammie felt forgotten. Years and years and years of chasing an addict, making it through her situation, forgiving Amber for a lot of the fuck shit she's done in the past. And they're finally here and she's forgotten. The times that they're spending at the grandmother's house. Miss Tammie don't sound like she was there. I'd be hurt too. But Amberlynn don't see it like that because Amberlynn's trauma is the only trauma that matters. The world owes Amberlynn No one else.
So yeah, that pissed me off, and so I did quit trying. I mean, how much more reality did I need in my face? You're here now, and you still have nothing to do with me. So you want to bring up me and your mom's fight, right, as the reason? No, me and your mom's fight is not the reason we don't talk. You are the reason we don't talk. You are in your 30s. You can use a phone, you can text, you can make arrangements to spend time with your aunt, and you chose not to because me and your mom were in a disagreement. And if you want to get down to the nitty gritty of the disagreement, we can do that, but it's pretty freaking messy.
And when Aunt Tammie starts to get into one of the biggest issues that this family has, I knew right then and there they're done. They are done. When it comes to estate stuff, it's done. And let me be clear, not only do I know from personal experience, from the experience of other people who are close to me, from friends, when it comes to wills, trust, estate, you're done. You will never really know the type of family you have until someone passes away and legal shit starts up. I promise you, the nastiest shit you've ever heard will come from your family, especially when it comes to that. The minute she said that, I said, oh, yes, a wrap. It's a wrap. Their relationship, it's a wrap. It is done. No one can fix that.
Not sure if you're ready for that one. Any other questions?
Well, I want to respond to the fact that, like, yeah, it is true. I was feeling anxious to see my family again. And my mom is, I don't know, when I'm around her, like, she's that, like, calmness that I need. And it's like, I know it's, like, sad to say, but, like, I felt that in all my relationships. I've always been in a relationship, and this was the first time, like, I was finally single, and I didn't know how to be without someone right by my side. And so my mom was that for me. It had nothing to do with you. It had nothing to do, it felt easier for me to be around family that I have not seen in 14 years if my mom was there. That was an anxiety thing. It was a coping thing. It is what it is. So I'm sorry.
So whose fault is it, Amber? Is it your fault or is it my fault that we haven't seen each other? Because the narrative that you're telling is different.
So
put it out there. Whose fault is it, Amber?
Yours.
Yours.
So
when she said that, I said, you have got to be kidding. This is what I gathered from Amberlynn moving there and leaning more so spending time with her mom and not including her aunt. I'm not going to discount that Amberlynn probably has a lot of time she would like to make up with her mom. I'm not going to discount that. I'm sure. But there's a different element to her mom. I've mentioned it time and time again. Amberlynn's mom is attempting to parent from a place of guilt. There's more room to manipulate. And there's things Tammie goes into later on in the stream that literally back up exactly what I've been saying for so long. Tammie doesn't have that guilt. Tammie has a backbone that Amberlynn's mom doesn't have because Tammie's not coming from a place of guilt. It'd be harder to manipulate. It'd be harder to use someone like Aunt Tammie in the way that Amberlynn has been using her mother. So yes, someone like Amberlynn would lean more towards her mom. Where Aunt Tammie, even though she wants Amberlynn to lose weight and, obviously get better, there's certain excuses that would not work with Aunt Tammie today the way they did when Amberlynn was in her 20s, lying about not being able to bring, her own lunch. She's going to lean more and spend more time with the people she can manipulate. And when Amber's in a relationship, it's with her partners. When she's not, it's going to be her mother.
I've been here, every time I have seen you has been with my mom, because my mom was putting, her pride aside. She was putting her hurt aside. She was putting all that aside. And, huh?
Go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt you.
And she was putting all that aside for me. And that was something that she was willing to continue doing until I felt comfortable. Yeah, and I did after, what's it called? After Thanksgiving, I did. And that's why when I hugged you goodbye, the last thing I said, I can't wait until you come over. I can't wait. I even said it to, I don't want to say your daughter's name. I don't want to bring anyone's name.
You can say any of our names. We have nothing to hide.
Okay, but I also said it to Ashley.
I love Miss Tammie's energy because she's on some mention it all. Say it all. We ain't hiding shit no more. Say it all. And that's what is pretty much shown throughout this stream. And baby, she lays it all out. And the funny thing is, this is just a fraction. A fraction. Tell it all, bitch. Tell it all.
And I was like, I can't wait for you to come over, because I genuinely enjoyed my time on Thanksgiving. That's why I'm so taken aback by this whole situation. So,
and after Thanksgiving, I heard that my sister talked a whole bunch of shit about Thanksgiving over at my house. Once again, opening up my home to you guys, putting everything on at my cost.
Listen to this. Listen to what happened after Tammie had the holidays at her house.
My joy to have my family in my home. And at the end of the day, when I thought it was a wonderful day as well, guess what I got to hear? How y'all talk shit. I don't even know what the shit was. It was supposed to be so vile that it couldn't even be repeated.
I didn't say anything bad about the time at your home. I genuinely enjoyed my time there.
So how many times does Amberlynn's mom and Amberlynn expect Tammie to just accept being slapped in the face? So we know Aunt Tammie's history, trying to help Amberlynn's mom, trying to help Amber, her brother, all of that. And then she has Thanksgiving at her house. She hosts, spends the money, gets the family together. And then to hear afterwards the shit that they were talking, apparently something so horrible that can't be repeated. How many times does Amberlynn think her aunt gonna want to just turn her cheek? A lot of last night makes so much sense if you truly listen to what Aunt Tammie is saying. It makes so much sense.
And then, I wasn't invited to anything Christmas related, which honestly hurt a lot. I literally bawled my eyes out. It hurt a lot.
Okay, so, again, I don't want to interrupt you, but when there's no contact from October, November, into December, with the exception of wanting a vape, why would I invite you and my sister to Christmas?
In December, I talked to you 3 times.
What 3 times, Amber?
One of them did involve a vape. The other 2 times was to check in on you regarding your health, because you were sick. And every time we did communicate was because of me. No, you never messaged me. May I have a reason for why is it always me that has to message first then?
Because Aunt Tammie has carried this family on her fucking back for decades. That's why. That's why. Moving forward, yeah, message her first. Because she didn't need a message to chase Amberlynn's mom through the streets. This woman sounds like she has carried that family on her fucking back while also getting abused by her bitch ass ex-husband for years. So yeah, give her flowers. Sometimes giving someone their flowers is simply checking up on them on a random Tuesday, making sure that they don't make the effort. Because when it really mattered, she made a lot of effort that Amberlynn wouldn't even think of doing. Amberlynn won't even get on the fucking street to walk her fucking animals half the time. But this lady had her kids in her home, left that home to go chase her fucking trifling ass mama. So how about that? That's a reason. She carried all of y'all.
It's not always you. It's absolutely not. And I have the receipts to prove that. Unless you're talking about only between October
That
and
is correct.
February.
That is
when
correct.
when you got here and I see the true colors, that I was never going to be your person in any way, shape, or form. Because you would have reached out. You would have. I heard through my mom how you'd cry and boo-hoo and you at her house going, well, I don't understand why I can't talk to my aunt. Why can't I talk to my aunt?
That is correct.
Is that true?
That is correct.
And what were you told? Were you told you couldn't talk to me?
I would cry because it hurt, because it's like Were
you told you couldn't talk to me? Did anyone say, Amber, don't talk to your aunt, don't call her, don't text her?
So
Nah, See? Where's the energy from the last couple of streams? Miss Amberlynn Reid, where's that energy? It's a simple question. Was Amberlynn told she can't talk to her aunt? Of course not. But Amberlynn won't make any effort. But she'll still find a way to play victim. Answer the fucking question. And put some bass in your voice, the same bass that she had literally a couple of streams ago talking about. Hello? What's the content she's been watching? Is it not available anymore? Where's all that energy that Amberlynn had? Why are we so quiet? Why are we so... Is this what silence looks like? Aw, that's crazy. That's interesting. The energy just seems a little off. It just seems a little off. It's not matching the one she had. And if I could compare this to something that's not necessarily exactly the same thing, but it has to do with family. This is, I guess, a visual representation, a better one, of what happened with Chantel and FFG. Those two sisters were going back and forth online, calling each other nasty shit. And then when they got together, it was different energy. The only difference is when it comes to Chantel and FFG, they both were Amber. There was no Miss Tammie energy in the room. They both turned into Amber, the pussies that they are. That's crazy. Popping a lot of shit. Oof. It's so crazy how many pussies that run their mouth is in this space. And when met with the thing that they're so ready for, they cower down.
Sorry, I was reading the chat because it's distracting me. I read between the lines.
Did anyone tell you at that point when you were boo-hooing several times about not talking to me? Did my mom or my sister tell you you can't talk to me?
So I wasn't boo-hooing. Yeah,
you were.
I was crying. Can you not mock me, please?
No. And I didn't include the clip because I want this all to play through. No, Miss Tammie could mock her. She was mocking Miss Tammie. And honestly, a simple mock is a light work to what she about to do. Please. Mock this trifling bitch. Trifling just like her fucking mama.
Make it hard.
I was crying because I was hurt by the situation, because I was slowly reading between the lines that you wanted no communication with me, because I was always the one to message you first, and your responses were very dry. You didn't seem like you wanted to communicate. You would never text me first. So that is finally when I was like reading between the lines of like, okay, this woman wants nothing to do with me, because you didn't even invite me over for Christmas. I didn't know that I had to talk to you every single day. I didn't know. I mean, that's how I'm feeling, because
you truly are a piece of work. I tell you what, Your manipulation is just like it used to work. It used to work. It used to catch me. It used to slow me down and give you the benefit of the doubt. But I just see it too clearly now, and I don't even know if I want to entertain you anymore because you can't own anything. And I mean, we're talking decades of text here. You know, I'll watch a video and something will be brought up, and I'll be like, what the heck? All I have to do is go to my messages and put in simple words that were talked about. And then our conversations come up word for word.
Yeah.
You have abused me, Amber. You have manipulated me, Amber, for a long time because of the love I had for my sister and for you. And you used that and you manipulated me to be the person when I would never be your person. But you led me to believe that for a long time. We can talk about all the different topics, being your mom in prison, you writing her, all that. That's long text threads of the bullshit you came up with for that. You know, did you owe your mom anything? No, but you said you wanted it. The text started with you asking, not me going, you need to. You wanted it. And I was the in-between person helping you. Without me, you would not be in your mom's life today. Without me, my sister would not be in my mom's life today. I have always been forced to be the in-between person.
And that is what Amberlynn refuses to acknowledge and fucking respect. The only reason she has her mom today is because of Aunt Tammie, the woman who didn't go out her way and try to keep in contact and chase fucking Amberlynn Reid because Amberlynn thinks the world owes her something. And that's how you clear a fucking entitled, nasty ass bitch.
Correct?
I don't know.
You don't know.
In that moment, after the I don't know, I would have been calling her everything but a child of God, calling her all type of meth babies. Matter of fact, I would have made up a story about where those two crackheads conceived her ass. How about that? How about that? Oh, you don't know? Okay. Baby, again, even in this moment, I don't think it should have been done on the platform, but there are moments where Miss Tammie is a lot more mature than me. A lot more mature than me. Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
I know I've made.
What about your uncle raping me? How about that for a family drama, huh?
When Miss Tammie said that, my mouth dropped. I'm not going to speak through this part. It's Miss Tammie's story to tell. When she said that, I said, what? Come again? So for anyone who may be triggered, Miss Tammie is going to talk a bit about being raped.
And then you go on and be a victim to others? Like, that's just weird to me. When it's such a hot spot in our family, and you put that word around like it's light as hell, right? You used the wrong word, right?
I lied. I just want to interrupt right here because, oof, when Miss Tammie said this, applause is an understatement. Applause is an understatement. Like, oh, Miss Tammie did that. You used the wrong word, right? Oh, when she said that, this is our Super Bowl. This is our Super Bowl. And baby, did Miss Tammie win that championship.
When you accuse somebody, an innocent person who at the time was young as shit, you accuse them of something that they did not do. Thank God he had a voice to speak up. I had a voice to stick up over your uncle raping me, to you, to my sister, to your dad, who made you guys live with the man. Did I ever get, I'm sorry that happened to you? No, I was expected to keep taking it, keep taking it, keep taking it. I used to use the excuse my sister had to take it because your dad would beat her up when she tried to stand up to me over it, right? So instead of getting the support of my family, I had to stay shut up about it so my sister didn't get beat. Okay, so that's some pretty bad shit, right? But tell me why when we just went to California, your mom had to go see your dad. Had to go see him in person. I refused. She left me in a car so she could go in and see your dad, the man that is behind so much of this, including my chapters. The man I despise more than anything on the face of this earth. And your mom, in sobriety, in recovery, chose to go see that man eye to eye.
In this moment, I want to be clear. I don't think this is Miss Tammie trying to put blame on Amber for those heinous things happening to her. But I believe this is Miss Tammie actually expressing to Amber some of the trauma she's been through and some of the things she's had to bury. And even through burying all of that, found the strength to be there for her mom, found the strength to still be there and try to forge a relationship with her mother, even though her mother still has communication with her dad. A lot of the people who have spit in Miss Tammie's face are the same people that she continues and has continued to open her doors to. So Amber want to sit here and cry about every little inconvenience, every little thing that's happened to her as a child that she refuses to work through, when that is not something that Tammie has been able to do. That's not a luxury that Tammie has had all these years. So yeah, in this moment, Tammie's expressing a lot. Being raped, that wasn't Amberlynn's fault. But for someone who is a raped victim, for you to turn around and make a mockery out of that, bitch, fuck you too. I think that's what she's getting out. Just like when Amberlynn had suicide baited back in 2019. For those who don't remember, I had a very strong reaction and a strong opinion when Amberlynn did that fake ass shit. Not because, yeah, it was wrong, because I know what it's like to attempt to take your life. I know what you have to get to literally attempt, not just think about it. I have thought about suicide and I have literally attempted suicide and failed. So to see an ungrateful fat ass joke of a bitch like Amberlynn to come on this fucking platform and suicide bait, you don't know what it is to actually get to the point where you attempt it and thankfully fail. So yeah, I was dragging that bitch and people were so upset that I was getting more and more mean. Fuck that bitch. Until you were there, you don't get it. It's one of the hardest decisions you ever make in your fucking life. And you have to crawl out of that hole to be grateful you failed. You think you just wake up and realize, oh shit, I failed, and then you're just happy? No, you're pissed. I failed. Look, I'm still failing at life. I couldn't even successfully kill myself. And then you sit back years later and you watch a bitch sit on a fucking platform and make a joke out of it. Bitch, fuck you. Fuck you. So yeah, I understand Tammie being upset about what happened to her and then sitting back and watching Amberlynn make a complete mockery out of it. That's where some of the anger that viewers have come from when it comes to fucking Amberlynn Reid.
You don't think that hurt me? But I kept taking it, right? And I kept being a sister. So you're not the only one with damage, Amber. The difference is I don't let it be an excuse. I've had some horrible things happen to me too, all while trying to help you and your mom for decades. And you know what happened during that time when I was so focused on you and your mom and your fucked up family and everything that comes with it? Guess what? It made me sick. It stressed me out. It made me weak. It made me not take care of my own kids to the best of my ability. Because you can't focus this long and this hard on other people and not have it take away from your life.
Exactly. And I said that in my last stream. Keep in mind, I didn't even hear Miss Tammie say those words. To make her mom a priority, to make all these family members a priority, that takes away from Miss Tammie. And there was something that Amberlynn said, and I think it was one of the last streams where she had spoke about Miss Tammie. She said something, and I'm paraphrasing. She said something to the effect of, like, things always have to be about her. When you are that close to an addict, especially a sibling to an addict, it's never about you. The holidays aren't about you. Shit, sometimes your own birthday isn't about you. I have a friend who, someone very close to them, is an addict. And for their birthday, all the family could think about is the addict being there at the celebration. Not even the fact that the celebration was about them. It's all about the addict. The minute they walk through the door, it's catering to them. They got to make sure they stay. They got to see how they're doing. That day wasn't even about them. When you're a sibling to an addict, it's never about you. The constant thoughts are always on the addict. You are put to the fucking side, even though you're probably the one that's keeping everything together. So even for Amberlynn to talk about, oh, that day was about her mom's sobriety. Bitch, nothing's ever been about your aunt, probably. She's not a priority. She probably never was. Dumbass, but she don't think like that.
You have, your dad has, your mom has, and you all play fucking victim. And I'm done. Anything else you want to talk about?
Regarding like the way I was like when I was a teenager in my 20s, like yeah, like I have been very transparent. Like I wasn't a great girlfriend.
No.
I probably wasn't a great niece. I wasn't a great anything. Like I was broke.
Probably. She probably wasn't. Do we want to revisit Amberlynn blackmailing a victim and telling them they're going to go to their abuser because they didn't like the boundaries that Aunt Tammie sent? Probably. Even in this moment, she's struggling to take accountability. Probably. Was it bad niece? Okay.
I still am. But the difference now is like I try very hard to take accountability where I can, and I like, especially when Beck was saying all those things, like I admitted to things that I would never want to admit to out loud.
And then walked it back and still tried to shit on Beck, and then found joy as if that's going to change the opinions or the fact that she's abusive, and then found joy with Beck's fiance being exposed for some nasty shit. Even when she attempts accountability, it's full of shit. And let's not forget, through all of this, while people are feeling bad and, wanting to take sides, Amberlynn is a nasty ass fucking abuser, and she'd be even more dangerous if she was a healthier BMI. Let's never forget that. I will never feel bad for this bitch. Keep clocking her ass, Aunt Tammie. Thank you for doing something no one else could do, because it damn sure wouldn't be her mama.
Are you kidding? But one thing I will stand by is everything I said about Casey is 100% true.
I wish I could believe you, but I can't based on everything.
I don't. I genuinely
I don't believe you.
I genuinely.
And that hurts to say it.
I don't care if you believe me or not.
Of course not.
I don't. I can't at this point. I can't. Because I know what happened because I was there. And that is something I will literally take to the last day I'm alive.
Before we continue, before we get into this, I know It's going to be an emotional roller coaster when it comes to this stream, but I do believe Nicole Y is correct. Let's take our first break. Let's decompress. Get your beverages, make sure you're hydrated, check on your pets, and we're going to get right back into it. So, Nicole is right. Let's get into this break. Look like a giant baby.
You ain't got enough of this fever, I know, I know. Nothing would remain and you don't wanna go, so go. Cause you're picking your pace, no time to waste. I wanna love you but life doesn't wait. You can't stay here and waste away. You need to taste every mistake, fall out and get up again and again. Again and again and again and again. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. I'll meet you at the end. Don't you know what happens to dreams you don't follow? They crumble. You know I can't stay. What you're getting so hollow. So go. Cause you're picking your pace, no time to waste. I wanna love you but life doesn't wait. You can't stay here and waste away. You need to taste every mistake, fall out and get up again and again. Again and again and again and again. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. I'll meet you at the end.
Not only am I muted, but I showed the damn edit. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. We're gonna pretend that did not happen. That did not happen. We will have another break. We will have another break before the end of the stream. It's the muted and the notes. It's like, girl, pick a struggle. Pick a fucking struggle. Okay. Literally, like, you can't make this shit up. We're gonna get back into the stream. Give me 1 sec. Okay, I'm gonna catch up in chat. I'm gonna let this keep going, but we're gonna get back in the stream and I'm gonna act like I know how to navigate this thing. 1 moment.
Thing I'd ever want to do is go against somebody who was actually assaulted But all I'm saying is based on the person I know you are, I cannot believe it 100%. If it did happen to you, I'm sorry it happened to you. If it didn't happen to you, karma's a bitch.
You're not sorry, but questioning that is sick. First of all, I shouldn't even have to like sit here and talk about it because I literally you during the Kiwi Farms days were sitting there saying that I never had that happen to me when I was 7 years old, and my mom had to tell you, yes, it did happen.
If you go back and read it, or even the current ones, I say I wasn't around during that time.
Well, remember
that was on your dad's side. I thought it was his sister, and then I had heard about it from you, but I wasn't around. I don't know what happened.
Please
So
remember.
how can I say if it happened or not?
Please remember those words. You weren't around. Remember.
When you were 7? No, I wasn't. And you want to know why I wasn't around? Because of your mom. Ask your mom why I wasn't around. Everyone wants to know, where was Aunt Tammie when they were in foster care? Where was Aunt Tammie then? I was there the whole time trying for you. You don't know that because you were just a little kid. Ask your mom why I wasn't there. She's told the story a million times to protect me. She didn't want me to see what y'all were going through. That's a sad-ass excuse, I know, but that's the one your mom gave me year after year after year. Remember when you came to my house in Oklahoma before your mom? And
Can one of my mods post Tammie's channel in the chat? I'm reading through the text. I don't see something I should stop unless I'm missing something. I'll probably go over it afterwards. I just want to get this for me as priority. So if any of my mods, can you post Tammie's channel in chat? She posted a couple of screenshots on her community tab. It's just I would like to read over them first, and I just want to focus on this for now. It might be a different stream. We go over it. Please and thank you.
Going into the garage.
Oh, and just to be clear, Miss Tammie definitely uses her community tab. She may not post content like that, which is understandable. Like, I don't blame her, but she definitely uses that community tab. So if anything, get locked in, subscribe, and have notifications on for that.
And sitting on the floor of the garage and me showing you all this paperwork and poems I wrote and things that I did to try to find you guys, and that I never ever gave up on you guys. The poem I wrote to my sister saying I just have to, like, I can't keep doing this. I'll see you in the gates of heaven. Do you remember any of that? Does that sound like a person that wasn't there or didn't want to be there? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, so there you go. There's your answer. Why I wasn't there. I can't be somewhere that I'm not there. I was in the Florida Keys. You were in California, and I could only do what I could. Let's put timestamps on there. Who was Aunt Tammie at this time when Amberlynn Reid came into this world? Her first and only niece. Let's see. Tammie lived in the Florida Keys. She had her first daughter at 16 in 88.
The way Amberlynn rolled her eyes inside as Tammie went into this. She's disgusting. She doesn't want to hear what anyone else had to go through. All Amberlynn wanted in this moment, what she thought it was going to be, is Tammie coming up here, maybe venting a little bit, and then apologizing and leaning into why Amberlynn was a victim. And that's not what she's getting. Not even in the slightest. Entitled bratty ass, dumbass bitch.
She had her second daughter at 17 in 89. And in 1990, her sister came from California to Florida to get off drugs. Did for a little bit, got pregnant. I was in the delivery room with your mom giving birth to you, literally. Joke about that today. And then shortly after that, you were a few months old, and your mom chose drugs again and left Florida Keys, went to California, and that's where the story continued of our separation. But I never gave up. I found you on MySpace, remember, after all those years? I came and seen you when you were 14.
You know how Miss Tammy just said, I never gave up. I want you to always leave that in the back of your mind, especially when it comes to her. You can criticize her. Again, this was not the right platform. This was not the right avenue. Just always remember that. I never gave up. And that's the truth. That's what that woman represents, someone who never gave up on her family. Even when she didn't prioritize herself, never gave up. And those same people she never gave up on are the same people pissing in her face because they don't want to be accountable. They don't want to be accountable.
Your foster care people or whatever state custody people contacted me. I didn't have a pot to piss in. I was getting ready to be disabled from all my trauma, all my counseling and stuff. I was in the midst of my own hell.
Can I say something?
No,
Sure.
she's talking.
I don't remember you
Hold the fuck up. Okay, let me shut up. Whatever.
coming to visit when I was 14. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'm telling you that whole thing is completely blocked out of my memory.
Well,
And
that's one thing I can say I can believe you about,
that
because
honestly genuinely scares the shit out of me, because when you're saying that spaghetti story, do not remember that at all in the slightest.
you don't remember no part of your dad saying, Amber, that's enough, and you still putting more scoops on your plate?
No,
You're
I do
sitting
not.
at the kitchen table in the trailer. I remember it.
No,
Of course, I was, as you guys like to say, obsessed with you. I was. I've been obsessed with you since the day you came in this world. You were my one and only niece. I wanted it so bad.
That's why I'm like confused, because like I'm being accountable. Like the shit that I did in my 20s and teenager, like it's bullshit. Like I am fully aware of that. But there needs to be some nuance, and I had undiagnosed borderline personality disorder due to all the trauma of my childhood. It makes sense that I was absolutely unwell, and still to this day I am, and I thank God for maturity and for aging, because I feel like that's the only reason why I have come as far as I have.
No, Amberlynn just found better victims. There's no maturity, there's no growth, there's no none of that, because she's still not seeking the help that's needed to change his behaviors. Because there's a few things, well, a lot of things through the years that all of her partners share. And the fact that so many people could come forward with similar experiences, this bitch hasn't changed at all. She's the same person. What Amberlynn does is she tries to get better at her manipulation and still flops. She tries to get better with her lies and still flops. What Amberlynn Reid should probably do moving forward is just simply shut the fuck up, because she's not going to change. This is Amberlynn Reid. She will not be changing.
Like, I'm still young in my brain due to the trauma. Like, it's obvious. Everyone says I'm immature, I'm childish, I'm this or that. Like, I do have some age regression, but I mean, I'm fucking 34, so I'm gonna be just naturally a little more mature in some areas. And when it comes to me and you, we have not had a falling out in the last good like 5 years. That is why I, in my opinion, have been so beyond confused by why all of this is happening. Like, in my opinion, how I saw it was after the whole Kiwi Farms thing, like where you were doing all that, like genuinely that hurt so bad, but that was the last falling out we had. And I thought that.
And I understand, let's just touch this, because there's a lot to cover, and I get that. And I don't want to ever seem like I'm cutting you off, but I don't want to get too far where we don't handle certain things. I will admit Kiwi Farms was not the nicest thing for an aunt to do. But again, it's when you push me to the end. When I've had enough, I've tried and tried and tried and got slapped around by you, by your lies, by your manipulation. And again, I have it in text. So it's not just hearsay. It's stuff that I can say, Amber, this is what I said, this is what you said. And it's not just in your 20s. Like you say, you're in your 30s now, right? Mm-hmm. You say we've had a good relationship for the last 5 years. I beg to differ, but it's because I started pulling away. I don't know anything about a lot of your last relationships for a reason, right? Otherwise, I'd have a lot to say.
Well, I'm glad you don't know anything about Feline because
I would have told it. You're right.
Yeah. I wonder what Miss Tammie would have told. Maybe it would have matched with what Alexis said with the abuse. And in this moment, it's interesting because I don't think Amberlynn really knows how much she confirmed a lot of what Alexis said, even though I believe Alexis is a liar her damn self. Even in this moment.
because I don't want her shit aired out. That is
Yeah.
no one's business to do so because it just seems
But
like
did you not say you had a lot to tell us about her the whole time coming here? And then
yeah,
when you got here, you said nothing? Yeah.
because
That's
me
part of
and
the games that you play.
it's not a game. My mom knows
Yeah, it is.
everything. But you know nothing because we never got to that level because I read through the lines. You did not want anything to do with me.
And let's talk about the most important part of this equation, my sister. You act like you have a great relationship with my sister today, and that's a lie.
That's
You talk horribly to my
Listen to this. If you are away from your device, listen in to this, please.
sister. You treat her like shit. You make her your taxi, your Uber, your this, your that. I hear it all, Amber. And you should realize that by now. I don't have to be in your physical presence to hear about what goes on in our family. And I think you can tell by what I say, I know what I'm saying, because you know it. You've been there. You have treated my sister like shit so many times since you've been here. And you try to control her, and you make her take time off work to do the stupidest shit. Things that you could schedule when she's not at work. But because you only think of you, you do it over and over and over and over and over again.
I would like to speak, please.
Unless Amberlynn is about to follow up and say everything that she just said is a lie, oh bitch.
Okay.
What I'm hearing you say is that grandma is telling you things, and I
So is your grandma a liar or not?
think we can both admit she gets her stories completely wrong a lot of the time. I'm around her, so I know this. I hear her speak and say stories of things that happened while I was there, and she has it so twisted and confused, I can't even believe it. Secondly, I do not make my mom take off of work. She has taken off of work a couple times, and it was either for vet reasons for my animals.
That should have never happened. That should have never happened. There is no scenario you can throw my way where Amberlynn Reid, who makes thousands a month on YouTube for the past several years, would need for her mom to take off of work when it comes to her animals. That is crazy.
Or it was for reasons where I had to go to the doctor, like because I had to go to get a test done or whatever it may be, and they weren't open. Like I don't know what to say about that. Like they
I
weren't
just hear
open.
excuses with that. Sorry, vets have Saturday services. Vets have after-hour services. My sister gets off at
May I finish
4 and
what
5.
I was saying?
So you could do that. So she did take it off for that. You going to the doctor? Okay. Okay. That's not an excuse. You can make an appointment. You can take an Uber. Yeah, I mean, you can do DoorDash. You can take an
Literally.
Uber to a doctor's appointment.
Ooh, clock that bitch. Did you hear what she just said? You could do DoorDash. You could take an Uber. Clock that bitch.
My sister doesn't have to lose money to take you.
Well, she doesn't lose money.
Yes, she does.
She doesn't lose money for leaving a couple hours at work. Her job is very nice like that. And when that
She's
happened,
taken more than a couple hours. She's taken days off for you. Anyway.
she
I'm very grateful my opinions have been what they are and what they've been for this whole time. Amberlynn's mom is trying to parent from a place of guilt because no one in their right mind would agree to something like that. That's crazy. That is crazy. Days, days. And that's one of the things that I love about, the older people within families. Because the truth is, those grandparents, those aunties, they got the tea. So the fact that this info is coming from Amberlynn's grandmother, you better believe it. They're the most unfiltered within your family, the most honest. They don't give a fuck. They live their life. They have lived their life. What the fuck you going to do then?
That's the least of our importance. But you don't treat my sister well, and I just want you to know that I'm very aware of it, and so is she.
My mom has never taken days off of work. I have never asked her to do that. She has taken hours. So, say I have an appointment at 11, she'll get off at 10 and then go back to work maybe 12 or 1. So, that has happened maybe 3 times since I've been here, and I've been here for 2 years now. As
It shouldn't have happened even once. There is nothing that Amberlynn can say where that happening even once would make sense.
for the vets, I finally got a vet that is open on the weekends because I do not want her taking off of work. And I think having a doctor's appointment and my mom actually wanting to be there by my side during those times, it says more good than it does bad. I would never force my mom to do anything. I ask her, and more than anything, she offers.
I guess
Maybe it's just me. When people have offered me things in the past that seems like they're overextending, I simply decline politely. Hey, would you like me to be here? No, it's fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. You you don't have to inconvenience yourself for this. I'll be fine. Yeah, I know sounds wild, but there are people close to me who have literally offered to be there for me in some tough times and take time away from their lives. No. Hell no. I'll figure it out. And I'm not talking about just like a vet appointment. I'm talking about like other stuff. But no. Stay with your family. Go to work. I will figure it out. I'll be damned if I allow someone to take time off of work to what? Chauffeur me to a fucking vet?
it
And
just depends who tells the story.
huh?
I guess it just depends who tells the story. But I hear you.
It's unfair to me that you're believing like gossip. It's sad because it makes me not even want to have a relationship with my grandma because when I go
She
over
doesn't
to
want to have a relationship with you, so don't worry about that at all.
Oof. Mm, 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 mm. See, that right there is also how you clear a bitch. It makes me almost not want to have a relationship with grandma. Well, she doesn't want to have a relationship with you, bitch. How about that? Signed, sealed, delivered. Oof. And seeing that we're going to stay on track with the rap battle, that right there is what you call a bar. That is a bar right there. She doesn't want to have a relationship with you. If she just added the bitch part, that would have, but I understand she's mature. But oof. Mm. Go ahead, Tammy the Stallion. Carry on.
That's why you don't go over to her house. When's the last time you went over besides the very last time? Besides that one, Amber, when's the last time you were over
like
at my mom's?
two weekends before that.
Yeah. I know you guys take pictures and you put it in your videos, so I pretty much know when you're there. And also, I was talking to my mom about 3 to 5 times every single day. So to think I don't hear what goes on every single day, pretty obvious I do. You know my mom. You know how she is, right?
Yes, that I'm also like confused because
So, like, she'll tell you one thing, she'll tell my sister one thing, she'll tell me one thing. We all know this, but there's still the common. You don't get up till after 3, so my sister can't do this, this, or that with my mom because, you know, Amber, she don't get up till after 3. I don't know how.
I would just like to take a moment, even if you don't believe, it's okay. I would just like to take this moment to thank God. God, you know I'm a petty one. I'm a petty, petty, petty one. And this was a gift. This was a gift to us all. Thank you. Christmas was delivered to us early. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tammie, I hope this takes 5 years off of you. I hope your pores are cleared. I hope you feel radiant. You hear me? Whew. Hopefully you ain't aging like fucking Amber.
How many times I'd hear that over and over and over again. Now, she can't make any plans with my mom to go do her nails or bingo anymore because she has to Amber, Amber, Amber. It's all about Amber.
If I'm being God, if I'm being quite frank, I only see my mom once a week. It is on Saturdays. Sometimes Sundays. That is when we will go to grandma's. But that's the only time I see my mom. I don't see her throughout the week. I talk to her on the phone. I message her. I see how she's doing and stuff, obviously.
So you guys don't go to Friday bingo no more?
No, I do not. I go to bingo once a week, and it's on Saturday.
The reason I wanted the poll, and thank you, Bree, the reason I wanted the poll to continue is because I wanted people to get more of a sense of this. But truly, when it comes to the poll, it's 1 or 2 answers for me. Let me end this poll, but thank you, Bree, for the reminder. What team are you on? There was 2.1K votes. Thank you. 58% said team both messy, not my problem, T. 40% said team Tammie, team Aunt Tammie, and 1%, which is Amber, Rosie, and probably Tommy, that said team Amberlynn. Period. Because again, this is not the right platform. This could have been handled so many different ways, but you only gonna get 2 options out of me. Either it's just like, go ahead, y'all both have at it, y'all both messy, but let me be clear, it's team Tammie.
So I spend 24/7 alone, and I feel like it actually has made me grow. Like, no pun intended, not like that. But I love living alone. I love being alone. But anyways, I'm gonna start rambling about that. Back to grandma. I'm actually taken aback right now because when I'm around her, we laugh like, oh my God, I can't even, like, it hurts our ribs. We laugh so much. We have such a good time. Like, I help her when she's walking. Like, it's just confusing because
Amberlynn helping. Okay, I'm gonna let her finish. And then I want to say in the next 6 minutes or so, I do want to get to some of the support and we'll jump back in. I just wanted to get through as much of this as possible. Keep in mind, we're not even done. But I just wanted to get to this. But to everyone who sent support, super chat, trust me, I'm going to get to you.
we always have such a good time. And I never, besides on my birthday, that was
Are
like,
you gonna tell me that you guys have never gotten an argument while you've been
yeah,
at
on my
about the way that you talk to my sister?
on my birthday, we got into an argument. We did, but
You also got into it about having my sister give you your shots too, right?
So I started crying, and my mom was like explaining how she's totally fine with it and stuff, and it started to make me feel guilty. Where I was like, is my mom actually like just saying she's not triggered? But no, she's not triggered because she wants to take.
You made her be like that, Amber. You made her feel like she can't tell you no.
That, and Amberlynn probably knows that and uses it to her advantage.
because you keep bringing up the past all the time.
May I finish what I was saying?
Now she owes you everything. So yeah, she's afraid to tell you no.
May
She
I
didn't want
finish?
to do that.
May I finish
Yeah,
what I'm
you can
saying?
continue now.
My mom, no is her favorite word. She tells me no about a lot of things constantly, and I just accept it for what it is. I just say, okay, I call it a day. So that's not true.
That's funny, because whenever I tell you no, I got to go on and on for fucking hours and text. I'm a horrible person.
So again, I'm not in my 20s anymore. So
I'm not talking about just your 20s.
We obviously are, because
No,
I
we're
mean,
not.
me and you, we haven't even talked in 2 years. So it's like, how can you sit there and like still hold me to some standard of who I was in my 20s or when we talked more? I've changed even
Have
in the
you
last
watched
year.
your videos, Amber? You are a recycle, repeat.
Tell her ass, Tammie. Tell her, read her the fuck down right now. Get her.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing new about you right now. You
That
are
part.
the same person you were yesterday, last week, last month, last year. Watch.
Where's the lie? Where is the lie?
Your videos, watch reaction videos. It shows it over and over again. Rinse, cycle, replay. You haven't changed, Amber. I wish you had, but you haven't.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know why me and your mom's not talking?
Oop.
Yes.
Can you tell me the reason?
You guys had an argument
Over what?
over personal family things?
Nothing's personal. I mean, what we've aired out, what you've aired out about our family already, I don't think we have much more to hide, do we?
When Miss Tammie said this right here, she said, we don't have more to hide, do we? When she said that, I promise y'all, I sat up so fucking straight. So fucking straight. I said, oh, I know that's right. Lay it all out. Lay it all out. See, Amberlynn has spent all these years picking and choosing what she wants to talk about when it comes to her family. Tammie said, my turn. Let's expose it all.
I don't think this one stands above the rest. So what's your story? What's the reason?
My mom thought she was getting grandma's house, and obviously that meant a lot to her because my mom loves grandma with all her heart. And she wanted to keep it in the family. And I mean, I'm not going to sit here and explain her feelings, but it was deep reasons, not shallow reasons. So I just
So the former addict who spent years neglecting her child, whooping her mama's ass, so ending up locked up, being chased all around the streets, was expecting a home when there's a sibling who carried her ass on her back, carried her children on her back, flying places for her. When that child, when that sibling is still got breath in her body, Amberlynn's mom was under the impression she'd be getting the house. Help me understand that. Help me understand that. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. The more Tammie speaks, the more I realize the entitlement that Amberlynn has doesn't fall too far from the tree. And that sucks.
I want to make that clear.
Well, I'm going to make it clear the true story.
I
That
didn't
way
get
it's
to-
on this recording.
I didn't
and
get
you
to-
can share it with your mom, and you can share it with all your people, and then the truth will be out whenever you're done with your
I
side.
didn't get to finish.
I'm sorry.
So when my mom found out that that wasn't the case, it shocked her for a
Why?
lot of deep personal reasons. And it made her very upset. And she reacted out of that upsetness. And you guys got in an argument.
Okay. So that's the story that you know.
May I ask you
Uh-huh.
why you think this matters in this moment?
Because it shows you guys' character, your behavior, what I put up with in this family, what I have
Mm-hmm.
put up with, what I still put up with.
Mm-hmm.
It shows a lot. It shows that a sister, your mother, my sister, who nobody will doubt for a second, I was her keeper. I was her person. I was the person who showed up for her time and time again, paid for her. I mean, would you argue with that?
Holding it above her head isn't fair, especially.
I'm not holding. I'm just saying everyone knows.
Holding it above her head is not fair. While Amberlynn has held her past trauma, her childhood over her mom's head this whole time. So Amberlynn could sit there and keep revisiting the past, but Tammie can't. Amberlynn can say, hey, I am like this because everything I've gone through over the past couple of decades, but Tammie can't. Wait, Tammie can't hold what she's been through, what she's carried on her back over her mom's head, but Amberlynn's bitch ass can. Because Amberlynn can only be the victim. She's the only victim allowed to be in the conversation. And that right there, that's why I love when Amberlynn talks on live stream. It's not a good idea. It's not a good look, but thank you for doing this live. You dumb bitch.
The family, it's me that did all that. I was the one who loved my sister beyond measure for decades.
Okay.
And was always there for her every time she needed me.
To me, it feels like your goal in this like going public thing is to make my mom look bad and to make me look worse.
No,
And
it's to show that your mom, just because she got clean and sober, doesn't make you a good person automatically. There's still behaviors that need to be changed.
my mom,
And this was a big one.
my mom is a good person, and I've never like she's not even a good person who does bad things. She genuinely is a good person who does good things. Like having
Well,
an
I'm not going to sit here and bash my sister tit for tat for you, but you know what I mean. It's real rich coming from you. Real rich.
calling my mom a good person who does good things, how does that make me
Of
real
course
rich?
she's a good person and she does good things. When she found recovery, she'd give other homeless people money all the time and help people all the time. Her heart was good. She did homeless bags for the homeless, keeping with the tradition that I started, which of course on the video, you guys make it like it's your thing, which I thought was cute and hurtful at the same time, because I did the homeless bags when my sister was homeless and out there. I continued during the Christmas times with me and my husband. Then sister came into the picture and me and sister did them together. But what happened this year? Amber and sister did it. And
Another example of Tammie being pushed to the side.
then, oh yeah, we did. This is a tradition. It's a number 3 in our family. Those are intentional slaps to me. You know I watch your videos. You guys know I'm going to see that. And you know what it does to me.
When I went to go see my cousin Crystal, when I did homeless bags, when I say the number 3, I'm not thinking of you. I'm not thinking, ooh, my aunt's gonna see this. Like that's paranoia talking, and that's it.
No, it's not. No. At the end of the day, your mom says that she is a Christian and she's in sobriety, and she, you know, you have to learn to forgive, right? But when the thing happened about the house, which we still haven't covered, When it happened, though, and it wasn't my doing.
I want to interrupt Miss Tammie real quick and just maybe give a different perspective and put some different words to it. Tammie has spent most of her life not being considered because the main focus was her sister, who's an addict. She wasn't considered by her husband because he was abusing her. She wasn't considered by other family because they expected her to step in and do exactly what she always does, take care of things. She was expected to do what she needed to do when it comes to Amber's mom, Amber, her brother. She was not considered. So maybe she would love to be considered by two people that she sacrificed so much for. Everybody else didn't consider me. But could the two people that I made sure to show up for, can y'all consider me? Even if it's to go hand out bags to the homeless, even if it's to go here at a fucking arcade, can you consider me since I sacrificed so much for you? Can you not leave me behind because I've already been left behind for so many fucking years because my sister was an addict? Nothing was about me. I wasn't considered. It didn't matter that I just gave birth to these kids and tried to be there for your mom who wanted to be clean. I was not a consideration all these years. Can y'all at least consider me? I think that's what Tammie would love to say. And even if she said that, Amberlynn would still ignore her. Consider me. Somebody consider me for once. Maybe even the people I fucking sacrificed so much for. Just saying it a little differently.
It started with my mom, and I handled it the correct way. Sister got mad at me. So all this time, I thought she was not talking to me about two statements that I made during that time. Turns out, nope, it's just about the house. Okay. So we go back to the beginning of the house when we originally talked about the house with my mom. I am buying my first home. So in their minds, I have a home, which is not factual. I'm paying out the ass for my home every month. I don't own it. The bank owns it. So I'm buying my home. My sister, just getting clean and sober, we honestly didn't know, obviously, if she'd even stay clean and sober. So my mom was wondering about the house. How could we have my sister in the house? Well, as most people know, even the younger of younger know that normally in a family situation, you do it 50-50 between two siblings. And if the one sibling wants to live in the house, they buy out the other sibling. So let's just put a number of $80,000. Let's say the house is $80,000. How would your mom ever come up with $40,000 to pay me out based on what we knew then? And I, being the good sister, said, let's not worry about that. Sister can move in the house, and when it comes time for her paying me out, I don't care if she gives me $250 a month for the rest of her life, as long as she has a home. Right? That's a good sister. Then you fast forward. Now, as you know, your mom's going to have 10 years clean. She's in the same apartment, same relationship, same job, doing very well, has a nice little nest egg. She's doing great. Couldn't be more proud of her success and her sobriety. So when we're in California, my mom starts it, not me. She starts the conversation over and over how people are saying it's not fair that most families split it 50-50, yada, yada, yada. She even talked to my Uncle Ron out there about it. And that's what happened outside of the hotel that day. They were smoking cigarettes. Your mom's sitting on a bench. I'm standing to the side. My mom brings up the house thing. And I look at my mom and I say, Mom, now is not the time. Sister overhears this and questions, huh? What was that? And I tell her, now is not the time. She says, no, I already heard it and I already have it set in my mind that that's my house. So a fight starts, even though I tried to avoid it. I said two things pretty, I guess, shitty, but you know, when you're arguing, we do that. I'm human too. So I did say, number one, you would never be able to buy a house. You would have to have a house given to you, just like our mother. And number two, you're right. You'll never have a marriage like mine because it takes work and dedication and love, nurturing, which she would never. And if you lie about your mom's relationship with Steven, that's just a whole new level. It's horrible. So tell the story you want to tell, but I got that juice too. So anyway, back to the house though. So there was our little fight. And then I kept.
I think part of the reason Amberlynn doesn't like this, not only because she's getting clocked left and right, Tammie's not just exposing Amber. Tammie's exposing Amber's mom. And I'm one of the people who have been very loud and supportive of Amber's mom. I personally, outside of how they look, I've never really seen similarities, partially because Amberlynn's mom is not really in her content, which is why I don't speak about her, or at least I try not to. I applaud her recovery, but when you start getting the backstories and you start hearing about the entitlement, it's just like, even though she spent so many years apart from Amberlynn, she was a shitty mom, she's done the things she's done in her past, they still ended up very similar. Tammie's not just exposing the fuck out of Amber. Tammie's exposing a lot about Amberlynn's mom. And that's something that will not go away anytime soon, especially in this space.
Saying I told you now is not the time. Not wanting to throw my mom under the bus, talking her shit. I'm trying to have peace. So then, you know, the next day, whatever, a few hours later, whatever it is, your mom says, sister, can we just put this at rest right now and enjoy our vacation? And I say yes, and I thought we did. And then it's a big issue again. I can't tell the whole story because then it throws my mom underneath the bus, right? Well, it gets worse. And the only reason why I'm letting this out is for me. Not for you, not for sister, not for my mom. This is for me.
Exactly. That is for her. All of this has been for her. And for someone who has never been a priority, who has been pushed to the side, couldn't be the center of anything, she now has the ears of thousands. It probably feels really relieving to finally be heard and understood instead of excuses, manipulation, gaslighting thrown her way. This is probably the most support Tammie has ever seen or felt in her life. And it's a shame it's coming from strangers on the fucking internet.
This is the family we come from. My mom and I went to her lawyers, had her trust changed. Totally different scenario. And she wanted to die having my sister think that she's getting that house. And when that trust is read, boy, would your mom's head would have fucking turned.
I want to repeat, there is no coming back. When it comes to trust, wills, estate battles, and the fact that she just mentioned that, there is no coming back.
Because you'd be shocked at the difference what that trust says. There is rules and stipulations that your mom would have to follow to get anything. My mom wanted me to hold that in the whole time while looking at my sister in her face, thinking that she was getting this house. My mom wanted to die and let my sister find out after. That's the kind of stress I carry for this family.
Y'all heard that? That's the type of stress I carry from this family. It's one thing on her shoulder, another thing on her shoulder, another thing on her shoulder, another thing on the shoulder. And imagine having a 600-pound entitled piece of shit niece sitting on the fucking internet to thousands of strangers talking shit about her, knowing there's going to be people who dig, reach out, do the most. So imagine having that stress too. Yeah, Tammie, pop your shit.
If I tell sister, then sister and my mom will not have a relationship again. I'll be the bad one, right? So I took it and I said nothing, and it continued to put separation in between me and my sister.
Allie, do we think this is the first time Amber heard this story? Like, did Mama give her the whole story or just blame Tammie? This is the first time Amberlynn is hearing this story. There's no way in hell her mama told her the truth. Again, they're similar and they'll lie to one another as well, because I don't think Amberlynn's grandma is just pulling these feelings out of thin air when it comes to all the different ways her mom got to be there, take off of work. No. There's a reason Tammie said, your mom is scared to say no to you. I have a feeling her mom says something else to her face and complains behind her back because she's scared, to be honest. That's not the same fear that Tammie has. So there's a few things that Amber is hearing for the first time and doesn't know how to respond to. So that's part of the reason she's silent. Please believe that.
Therefore, you jumped on board and continued to be separated as well. That's how this broke down.
Okay.
So there you go.
I just don't understand what this has to do with anything.
Shows your maturity.
After everything we just heard, Amberlynn's response is she doesn't think any of this has to do, like, she doesn't get, she's still, there's no helping her.
Well,
but at the end of the day, you are who you are. I am who I am. Largely, it's because of our family. The difference between me and you is you will always play victim, and I will always look to heal.
Period.
I tried my best with you, Amber. I was never enough. I will never be enough. And as this life unfolds, I see it more and more clear. I can't see how I can devote decades to two people that can literally throw me to the side for no reason at all.
Can I?
And you brought up going to visit Crystal. That was hurtful too. Because you know I don't have my daughter in my life. You probably even know more reasons than I do. But regardless, you and my sister both know what that daughter has done and is doing. And you guys both chose to go visit her. Where was she when you needed anything? Where was she when sister needed anything? Never, not once did she step up and help out. She's a user and a manipulator and a greedy, money-hungry person, just like you guys.
Yeah, just to be clear, she's not talking about Amber's ex, Crystal.
That's why you guys get along. I don't get along with my daughter because just like you, I don't let people get away with their shit. I say the truth and you guys can't handle it.
So I visited Crystal because she's my cousin and I love her. And I genuinely enjoyed being around her, and I can't wait to see her again. And that's the truth.
Well, good.
She
I hope you
has.
guys live a miserable life together. I really don't care. The fact that you went and seen her, period, knowing what you know, shows enough for me. It's okay.
So I just feel like conversation keeps floating back and forth because like we keep going off on different topics, but
Well, of course, it's decades of trauma.
yeah, I'm mainly only trying to focus on what's happened in the last couple of years because I like when me and you made up again, especially like, you know, 4 years ago or whatever, like that meant something to me. And that's why I don't know why we keep going backwards instead of forwards. So that's why I'm very much stuck in the last, couple of years because
It's because of all the lies, even current. I watch your, like, another thing that you said that was so far from the truth is that you talked something about gift giving and that you used to send me gifts, and no matter what, it was never enough. Why do you say shit like that when it's so far from the truth? I have videos of me opening up your gifts,
Wasn't Christmas.
crying because I'm so happy, and it's not a show for anyone. I've never sent it to anyone. I was gonna send it to you, but never did. But I would be full of emotion just getting anything from you because you were my niece. And I'd sent you gifts back. And we had that going until my sister came in the picture, and then that ended, just like everything else. It's like you come in the picture and things end for my sister, and then my sister comes in the picture and things end for us. Weird, huh?
So back to what I was saying. So after Thanksgiving, like I did message you randomly in December, and why wasn't that enough for you to invite me to Christmas?
Because we went the whole month of October that you were here. I get to see you. Then I got to see you in November because I invited you to Thanksgiving. And besides that, the only text I think I have is for the vape. And then nothing in December until you asked something, I think it was COVID, how I was doing from COVID. And I answered that even while I was sick. And then you said Merry Christmas on Christmas. And the day after, I think it was like at 7:30 in the morning, I told you happy late Christmas. Obviously, I was pretty sick at the time. And then nothing past that. Nothing in January. Nothing till February 24th where you sent me the picture. By then, I was done. You had been here since October, and I seen you once. No, twice. The day I was in your apartment, and then...
It was February 1st where I messaged you.
February.
I messaged you and asked if you wanted to hang out with me, Eric, and Ricky. Like, I was literally...
I was out of town, Amber.
I know, but that was my way of showing you, like, I'm thinking of you because I know you really liked them at the time. And, like, that was my way of, like, I don't know, an olive branch, something, because I genuinely was not choosing sides. And like you said, Grandma told you I was quote unquote boo-hooing over it because I was hurt. Like I was excited to come here and have you in my life, like genuinely.
Why didn't you text me?
I did.
Why didn't you text me and say, like you have before, again, I have probably 25 of them. Auntie, what can we do to fix this? Auntie, I don't want to lose you. I'm sorry I said this, or this. Auntie, I'm sorry. I pushed you away because this is what I do to people. How many times have I gotten those messages? But this chapter, I didn't get nothing even close to that. When you knew it was between me and my sister fighting, you could have at any time said, Auntie, I understand you're having a problem with my sister right now, but I still want to see you. Can we have lunch?
Because I was...
You want to come over?
Like I said, I was trying to read between the lines. When I noticed that you weren't texting me at all, ever, it made me realize maybe she doesn't want anything to do with me. Like when I wasn't invited to Christmas, when I didn't get a happy birthday, when I wasn't receiving texts from you, when all you did was heart my love and miss you, like that, those were my small ways of like offer, like opening the doors to a relationship with you. And you were not stepping through the door. Like that's the best way to put it. And
Amberlynn acts in her real life the same way she acts online. She expects to do the bare minimum and receive the results that she feels she deserves. This is the same bitch, a mediocre bitch who does the bare minimum on the platform, bare minimum in her content, but doesn't understand why there are other creators who make more on her content than she does. She does a bare minimum action, an attempt towards her aunt, and she expects the red carpet to be rolled out for her. Applause. She does the bare minimum when it comes to her health, and barely that. That's me being generous. And expects to drop 250 pounds. Or she's shocked when she gains all 80 pounds right back within a few months. That behavior carries from different areas in her life. And the fact that it's something that involves her family, her loved ones, speaks volumes. She's a bare minimum bitch. And the things that she has currently is still surprising. It's surprising she makes the income that she does. It's surprising she still has people showing up for her in her real life. It's surprising she has any support whatsoever, because effort is not something she understands or knows, which is why she will never understand the criticism she receives online and in her personal life. Just a bare minimum dumbass bitch.
and it's just like, what was I supposed to do with that? I was starting to genuinely feel like a fool.
Well, I'm looking at the text right now as we speak, and we just got two different sides. That's all I can say. And I don't know what else to say besides that. I mean, I have it in front of me, Amber, so you can't turn it a different narrative. You know what I mean? It's right here.
I also have it in front of me.
And how many, you say I never tried to be a good aunt. You don't think that's hurtful to hear you say that? When I have, how many, what were those things called? Slap books, slam books, something like that. 200 and something questions. I did multiple times throughout the years with you. Even when I'm working, busy as hell, in between customers, texting you answers because you're like, answer my questions, all the time. But yet you don't know me from shit. You didn't even know how old I was.
I don't know
I'm your
anyone's
mom's
age.
younger sister by 2 years.
I don't know anyone's age.
Your mom is 56. So how could you think I was in my 40s?
Because I don't know anyone's age.
Because Amberlynn doesn't know and doesn't try to understand anything outside of her fucking self, her fucking feelings. She's the only person that matters. Sad.
Because you don't put any energy into anything except what you do.
If I don't put any energy into everything,
You would know my my birthday.
Okay.
You only have one aunt. It's
Okay.
not that hard.
I have multiple aunts, but you're the only one that is in my current life. But
I mean, if you want to talk about blood, I guess, but you have one aunt.
I don't have one aunt.
Yeah, you do.
That's the back and forth Amberlynn wanted to have. She knew what her aunt meant. And if she had other aunts in her life, I'm sure she would have made up more lies about them. That goes to show you how much they're not in her life, because I'm sure she would have had story times about them, lies to make up and push on the platform about them. But we've only ever heard about one, the only one that's tried to show up and be there for her. That's what she wants to point out. That's what she wants to have a back and forth about. Where are those? Where's the aunts? Where are they? Oh yeah, that's right. Gone, just like her father.
I don't have one aunt.
Oh, okay. I guess I have never met your other aunts.
Aunt Kathy?
I don't know. Now,
It was
who is
her
your- I don't know
daughter.
your dad's size.
It was her daughter when I was 7 years old.
Like I said, I don't know them. I don't know their
Okay,
names.
so
I don't
stop
know
saying
nothing
I have
about
one
them.
aunt when I don't. It's just, it's part of like all of this nonsense. You say things that aren't real.
Guess what? She doesn't have them. They're gone. They're missing. They're not a part of her life. So no, she doesn't have other aunts. She has one. She barely had a mom. Now she has one. She damn sure ain't got no fucking father. Who gives a fuck? Those bitches ain't part of her life. There's only one aunt to acknowledge, and she's on that FaceTime call. Stay focused, stupid. And stop looking over at the McDonald's.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm the one aunt that's been in your life since you were how old? I don't know how else to say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
Not important.
I genuinely do not remember what I was saying. Oh yeah. So you sit there and you say that like it because I don't know your age means I don't care. That's not true. That is genuinely so untrue because the only example I can like show of that is like how well do I know you and your likes just based on like when we would gift exchange. Like I knew exactly like you would always tell me how good of a gift giver I was. And that was based off of a long distance family relationship that we had.
But I never tried. I never tried to be a good aunt, remember?
No,
so how did you learn about me?
I'm letting you know that I do know you. I do learn about you.
How about in this moment, instead of letting her know, how about Amberlynn stop and say, you know what, Auntie? I was wrong for saying you've never done anything for me. How about that? Let's remember. Aunt Tammy just said that. How dead wrong it was for her to say her aunt has never done anything for her. How about in this moment we say, you know what? Even though I was upset, I was dead ass wrong. I should have never said my aunt has done nothing for me.
I'm just not good with birthdays, names, or ages, and that's okay. But don't equate that into me being a bad niece because I don't know your age. That's not fair.
Well, every other example has been ignored and excuses follow. So whether we're talking about a birthday or Amberlynn blackmailing her, she's still a bad niece. So what level, what is it that she can present where Amberlynn takes some accountability? It doesn't matter what Tammy says. Tammy could bring up birthdays, she could bring up the holidays, she could bring up the blackmail, she could bring up so much shit. She could bring up being left behind. There's nothing this woman can bring up where Amberlynn could be like, you know what? You're right. I fucked up. I'm sorry. It's excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. Shut up.
I equate you being a bad niece by all your actions, not just one. That's just one of many.
Okay, but I'm learning.
I mean, how would you feel if I tell you I didn't know your birthday?
I'd be like, I'm not surprised. You don't even know how many aunts I have.
Oh god.
What?
That's just I can't with you sometimes.
Well, I'm saying obviously you don't know much about me because I have repeated.
I obviously knew you had another aunt, Amber, because I've been questioned about it real recently, right? When I again said, I don't know. I know it was George's sister. Obviously, I know your dad's sister is your aunt. I know these things. I just said I'm your only aunt because I'm talking about from my sister. I wasn't talking about your dad's side or somebody who hasn't been in your life in, 2.5 decades. I mean, I just don't know what to tell you past that. I'm sorry I said I was your only aunt. You have another aunt. Where is she at?
California.
When was the last time you talked to her?
It's been a few years because it's triggering for me.
I don't even need to say nothing.
I just like
you don't want to talk about things that happened in your 20s, just years ago, right? But yet you think it's okay to talk about every single thing that happened since the day you were born.
Clock her ass.
And use this as an excuse to be the person that you are today.
Because unfortunately, the things that I went through when I was younger, which I only recently found out a couple years ago, led me to have literally brain deformities, which is what is caused borderline personality disorder. So unfortunately, these are things that I'm dealing with every single day.
So why
And
don't
I'm
you get help,
and I'm
Amber, so you
trying
keep hurting
and I'm
people in the
trying
wait?
and I'm trying very, very hard to learn the difference between excuse and reason, because I am tired of making excuses, and now it's just a reason for the way I am and the reason for the way I've acted in the past and current times. And I'm trying very hard to focus on being a better person.
Well, I sincerely wish you all the best in that. You do need some professional help. I know you say that you've gotten it from time to time, but just sitting over a phone call or a video is not extensive help. You need really inpatient at the end of the day, but I know that will never happen.
Ooh, the way the truth is hitting this bitch like a Mack truck. Tell it, Tammie. Tell it, tell it, tell it. I'm sorry I interrupted this masterpiece. Get back to it, Tammie. Tell her ass.
But you really do. You really need to take some of your money that you're making off this crap and get yourself some real help from a real counselor, face-to-face, weekly meetings, true medication that can help you, and maybe you can come out on the other side. But all this, no, the phone calls, the apps and all that, it's not the same. It's not the same. And you do self-diagnose a lot. I hear it. And so you do have some issues. I'm not saying that you don't. Of course you do.
May I know?
But you need professional help to diagnose and treat.
May I know what I have self-diagnosed myself as?
Oh my God, so many. Just watch your videos. I don't have time
If
for it.
it's so
There's
many,
too many. Too many.
I would like you just to name one then.
Just anything. OCD.
That was
BPD, BPOPD. I don't know. Put all the letters in there. I don't give a fuck.
BPD.
Someone get Miss Tammie a peach or an apple or whatever franchise that needs to be started in the area she lives in. Get her. She is ready. She is ready.
See, this is where it's like you're supposed to be my aunt, and whether you're angry or not.
Yeah, I was supposed to be. I'm not no more.
Whether you're angry or not, like, I don't understand like how it's so easy for you to mock mental illnesses that I have.
Amber, I have just as much labels, if not more, than you do. Documented, proved, treated, you name it. I would never make light. It takes a lot to get through these things, but it takes a lot of work that I've put into it. You got me to this point because I've held on for so long. And every time I turn on the fucking TV and I look into my niece, I see more and more and more. And it's disgusting.
I think that maybe what you need to do is probably log off and stop watching my YouTube.
I've tried that before. Do I need to show those fucking receipts too? Where I told you I need to quit watching your videos for my own mental health? And then the text comes, Auntie, are you watching my videos again? No. I really wish you had watched them. I'm sorry, Amber, I can't right now. I am not just another YouTuber. I am your aunt. I want to build a relationship with you, not through YouTube. I shouldn't find out about everything about your life through your YouTube channel. Until you can do that, I'm not watching no more. A couple weeks later, you come back. You watching my videos again? You don't give a fuck about my mental health.
You are talking about things that genuinely happened
20 years ago, yeah.
So long ago, it's like crazy.
So if things that happened years and years ago don't matter, then quit bringing up your past as if they do.
They definitely matter, but like I'm trying to understand, because the whole point of all of this that is happening is because of like recent things within the last couple of years, and I'm genuinely confused. And I still stay confused. And we've been on this conversation for an hour. And it's like, I still don't have an answer.
Because people like you can't see it for what it is. It's just that clear. I mean, I could talk till I'm blue in the face till midnight. And
Okay.
we'll probably still stay right here with you not understanding what's right in front of your face.
Here's another question. Why, after Thanksgiving, did you expect our only conversations to be opened by me instead of you?
I really can't answer that 100%. I don't know. I think I was hurt over I just found out I can't see you without your mom. And then it following through where I didn't get to see you. And then, of course, the only time you reached out was when you wanted something. And then, of course, we're working. We work full-time jobs. You know, we don't just sit around every day. So in between all that, it's not like I have all the time in the world. And I think I was just waiting on you to do the right thing. I've done my part for decades.
That part. Maybe she was waiting because she's carried so much. She's done so much already. Maybe it's time for someone else to do a little work, even if it's a phone call, a text with more substance, more than a few words, more than a simple picture. Maybe it would have meant so much to Tammie if Amberlynn put together a girls' day for them. Those thousands that she puts into those DoorDash orders, that McDonald's that's sitting there on the counter. Imagine if she set up a nice day for them to go get manis, petties, or maybe a sip and see. Not a sip and see, a sip and paint. Like, Auntie, you and I, not my mom, let's go paint and sip some wine, or let's go check out something together. Maybe if she actually knew her birthday, she would also know maybe what kind of movie she's into. Is she into action? Is she into comedy? You know what? I know you're into comedy. Let's go check out that movie together. And then afterwards, maybe we could just go throw some axes. Let's go to a smash room together. Wouldn't that be cool? If she took the time to try to actually get to know the aunt that plays a huge role in why she has her mom, maybe she would have thought of things she can do for her and take that initiative. What's her aunt's favorite flowers? Maybe just send it to her. Her favorite arrangements, just send it to her just because it's a Wednesday. Imagine how much that would mean to a woman who has sacrificed so much and put so much on her back all these fucking years.
And then you guys were here. Should have been part of my dream living out, but no, it turned into my own personal hell.
Yeah, because from my point of view, it just seems like you're so mad at my mom, and then now, I don't want to insult you, but it just feels like you're bitter that me and my mom are close, and you didn't.
I'm not. I wouldn't have played the middle person all that time if I didn't want you guys close. It doesn't even make sense.
If she listened to anything that this woman has said, it's not that they're close. It's that she's now pushed out of the picture. The person who plays a part in them being so close, who did so much all these years, is not being included in anything, is being left behind. She spent her life being left behind and not a priority. And she finally sees the fruits of her labor right in front of her, even in YouTube content. Her sister that she fought to get sober, her niece that she just wanted safe, the fruits of her labor. Look at them smiling together, laughing together, going to bingo together. And there is no room for her. It's not that she's jealous, she's hurt. Can y'all include me? I fought for y'all too. Stupid.
This was the goal, the pot at the end of the rainbow. was to have my sister clean and you and her enjoy life together.
Exactly. The fruits of her labor right in front of her, and she's not even included.
I just didn't know I'd be kicked to the curb in the process. Bitter, I don't think is the right word. Pissed off, I think is more accurate.
Guys, let Amberlynn be live. I'll catch up on with it in Discord. I'm almost done here. Let Amberlynn be live. If you're in my Discord, the minute I'm done with this, just give me 5 minutes. I'll jump in there, put it on 1.5.
Because it's disgusting. I don't deserve this.
I genuinely thought I was going to be the one to get, like, I repeatedly would tell my mom she should message you. And, like, I thought I was going to be the one to help with that. And that's why, like, the 3 times we did see each other when my mom was there, like, I was hoping that was going to help. And it's like, it sucks that it didn't. Like, it's genuinely unfortunate.
And just to be clear, so you don't think it's me being lazy as well, even though I'm going to finish this, one of the reasons I'm not going to the live is for some reason my internet doesn't work really well with stream sniping. So that's one of the main reasons I'm just going to my Discord. If there's something to discuss, I'll be back here later on this week to discuss it. So thank you. If anybody wants to watch a creator who's watching it in real time, to any of my mods, if there's any creators watching Amberlynn's current live stream in real time, please feel free to link them because I know you guys might want to do that. So,
And I just know that, like, I didn't, I did wrong things again. Like, I've admitted to those. But in the last, like, literally 4 years, I've made sure to be a good niece. I've made sure not to lash out like I used to, especially once I understood why I am the way I am. And it's like, it's made certain situations easier. So that's why I'm just, like, so genuinely confused why all of this is happening.
I guess it's that phrase, the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, people can only hold it together for so long.
I know this is going to sound so ridiculous and I should know better as a creator. I finally tried to gift and it worked. It actually worked. So I'll be gifting them out. So to anyone who got those gifted memberships, if you want to access the Discord, you now have access. It actually worked, shockingly.
And you push and you push and you put. What's that saying? Slow death by 1,000 cuts or whatever he said. That was the most accurate statement that I've ever felt. That's how I feel with you. You cut me, 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 and then you say, where's their blood? Because people can only get cut so many times. That's why.
I'm fully aware of, like, what you're saying, but, like, what did I do in the last?
It's what you didn't do in the last chapter. In the last few months, it's what you didn't do.
But
not what you did.
Exactly. It's what she didn't do. She's such an idiot. Hold on real quick. Give me 1 second. One moment, y'all. Sorry about that. I'm trying to do something so I don't mess it up. Of course, I'm messing up. One moment. Sorry. I should probably show y'all what I'm trying to do. I try to catch these comments from time to time. Fall. DM me on Twitter and send me a screenshot of your channel and I'll send you a link. I try to do it from time to time. It's just I don't want trolls taking it either. So DM me on Twitter and just send me a screenshot of your channel. I'll send you a link because I sent out 10 and it only gives you 10 for the month. So I got you. And I do try to do this often. Sorry, y'all. I shouldn't stop for that, but I was trying to just get a screenshot of your channel. So DM me. I'll send you the link.
Okay. The thing that you're upset with me for not doing is the same thing that you didn't do either.
Well, besides that, Besides this that's currently going on, what I have learned about you through your relationships that I've been watching, I don't want you in my life anyway. Even if we could amend this, you're a horrible person in my eyes now. You're vile. You're self-absorbed. You're manipulative. You're abusive. Not only physically, but mentally. So really all this is for nothing because there is no fixing this. I will never be in your life, my sister's life, or my mother's life for the rest of my life. And you.
Okay, I'm going to practice something. And I can only continue doing this if y'all just don't do the most. Listen to me, okay? Fall, I need you paying attention because you just said you got to create a Twitter account. I don't want you doing that. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. Please listen to me closely. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. It will have access to 10 people. I want Fall to grab the first link so Fall could get into Discord. The moment Fall says, I'm in Discord, it's up for grabs. Just please let Fall grab the link. And then 9 more of you can grab whatever's remaining. It will give access to 10 people. Please, y'all, let Fall get this. Because if somebody's not comfortable with Twitter, I don't knock them for having it. So let this go to Fall first, and then y'all could go. Fall, please grab the link. I will do this more often if y'all just don't, do the most. Just let the person who's supposed to grab the link first grab it, and then 9 other people. I know it's unfair because it's 1,800 people, but come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying my best to give out memberships where I can. And thank you to everyone who's gifted. Thank you to everyone who's poured into this stream. Fall, grab it. And I want a confirmation from Fall that they got it. If y'all let Fall grab it, I'll drop another 10. Just let Fall grab it. Hold on. If Fall tells me they grabbed it and they can confirm they grabbed it, I'll drop another 10. Could you imagine if Fall's internet really did just go out? I'll be so. Okay, Fall, did you grab it? They said, give them a second. I don't want to put mad pressure on them either. As long as Fall grabs it, Fall can confirm with me that they grabbed it, I'll drop another 10. Just be patient with them, y'all. I know I did just put a big spotlight on Fall. That's probably really unfair the way I just did that. I didn't mean to do that to you, Fall. I just wanted to, I don't know, I talk mad direct and stuff. Sorry. Not Fall's on Spectrum Internet. Listen, we all are. I hope Fall saw it. I got you, Fall. Just do your thing, boo. No rush. I'ma continue this because this is almost done. And then one of my mods could let me know. And welcome to all the new members. Thank you for all the support. Like, y'all really fuck with me. Thank you. I'ma let this close out, and then I'll drop another 10 because I feel like, yeah, I'll drop another 10. Fall's gonna get it.
Can take that to the bank and cash it. Have a good night, Amber, and a good life.
Oh, no, I gotta run this back. We gotta watch this ending. Hold on. Let me run this back because the way she ended this, baby.
Repeatedly would tell my mom she should message you, and like I thought I was going to be the one to help with that, and that's why like the 3 times we did see each other when my mom was there, like I was hoping that was going to help. And it's like, it sucks that it didn't. Like, it's genuinely unfortunate. And I just know that, like, I didn't, I did wrong things again. Like, I've admitted to those. But in the last, like, literally 4 years, I've made sure to be a good niece. I've made sure not to lash out like I used to, especially once I understood why
Fall, I'm dropping another one. Grab it right now.
I am the way I am. And it's like, it's made certain situations easier. So that's why I'm just like so genuinely confused why all of this is happening.
I guess it's that phrase, the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, people can only hold it together for so long, and you push and you push and you put. What's that saying? Slow death by 1,000 cuts, or whatever he said. That was the most accurate statement that I've ever felt. That's how I feel with you. You cut me, 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 and then you say, where's their blood? Because people can only get cut so many times. That's why.
I'm fully aware of like what you're saying, but like, what did I do in the last?
It's what you didn't do in the last chapter. In the last few months, it's what you didn't do.
But
not what you did.
Okay. The thing that you're upset with me for not doing is the same thing that you didn't do either.
Well, besides this that's currently going on, what I have learned about you through your relationships that I've been watching, I don't want you in my life anyway. Even if we could amend this, you're a horrible person in my eyes now. You're vile. You're self-absorbed. You're manipulative. You're abusive. Not only physically, but mentally.
Drag her.
So really all this is for nothing, because there is no fixing this. I will never be in your life, my sister's life, or my mother's life for the rest of my life. And you can take that to the bank and cash it. Have a good night, Amber, and a good life. I wish you nothing but the best. You can talk all your shit that you want online. I give no fucks. Will I still watch it? Probably. Because you're a mind fuck at this point. I am so mind blown at the way you think and the way you act. It's not really a huge surprise coming from our family, and that's sad in itself, but it is what it is. But I am human too. I have been through my own shit. I have healed from my shit as much as I can. This would only take me back if I continue, and I refuse. Because as a 54-year-old woman, I still have some life to live, and I choose to live it. And I choose to live it without your bullshit in it. And you think it's cute to say I'm obsessed with you, that watched all your videos. That's just weird. There ain't nothing weird about that. I wanted a relationship with my niece, and the only way I got it was through YouTube. I lost, you won. I hope you have a great life.
Gagged, bitch. Gagged. Fall, get in contact with me the best way you can. I probably should have done that in the past, but I dropped another link for the Discord because as soon as I'm done with this, we're gonna hop into Amber. But baby, gagged. Whew. Listen, there's a few creators in this space that could take a few notes from Auntie Tammie, if I'm being real. I want to thank y'all. Jesus, the support to all the new members, to all the super chats. Thank you. I actually am surprised we got through this in 3 hours. I want to thank y'all so much for all the love, all the support, all the new members, all different levels. I dropped a few links. I feel like I could have done that a few times in the past, but it's just I wanted it for someone specific. But I appreciate y'all. If you're not in Discord, get in there. I'm going to fire it up, and then we're going to put it on 1.5 to get caught up. Now, here's the thing. Don't fully have your hopes up because it might be a nothing burger tonight. Who knows? So we gonna get in there, we gonna watch it, and I ain't gonna hold you while we watching it. I will be taking my makeup off and heating up my dinner. So, but it's a good time. It's a good time. And to be clear, for the links that I dropped and whoever grabbed them, please know we do not fuck around. The people that gravitate towards me are the people who have similar energy towards me. Read the rules when you get in the Discord. It's a dope ass community and ain't nobody gonna go in there and fuck it up. Trust me, you don't want those problems. Not with me. Try it with another dumb bitch. But I am grateful that my Discord is growing. I'm grateful that my little community is growing. And it's only this dope because of y'all. So I'm gonna drop one more link as I play the outro. Well, I'll drop two more, I guess. As I play the outro and get in there. Be dope as well. Don't fuck no shit up. Cause ain't nobody gonna give a fuck if you run to the internet talking about Charlie bullied you out the Discord. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. If you do some fuck shit, yes, I will. Let's be clear. So I'm gonna play the outro, drop two more links. That's 20 more access for 20 more people. And I will see y'all in there. I appreciate y'all. Later.
Guys, you guys, look at my face. Is that what I'm gonna look like when I'm older and like fucking? Oh my god, that was weird. Anyway, group therapy session needed ASAP. Yeah. Is that the dumbest thing I've ever said? Probably. All right. Like, you guys hear that? I'm not wearing pants. Anyways, let's keep going. Can you throw it back? Hell yeah, I can. Fucking lie. Fucking lie. Fucking lie. I could never. I know you're watching. Hi. I only have 5 thumbs up. I am kind of depressed about it. Can I have 10 thumbs up?